Hi, my name is Shwartz, and I will tell you about the work that we do in our group about incorporating common sense reasoning into natural language processing. First, what is natural language processing, or NLP? NLP is concerned with building software that can talk to people in human languages such as English. It's already prevalent in our everyday life through applications such as personal assistance, automatic translation, summarization, question answering, and more. What is common sense? It is the basic level of practical knowledge and reasoning concerning everyday situations and events that are commonly shared among most people. It includes physical common sense, such as knowing that it's a bad idea to put your hand on top of a hot stove, social common sense, such as knowing that it's impolite to comment on people's weight, temporal common sense, such as knowing that eating dinner comes before going to bed, and more. We want computers to be more human-like and for people to talk to them more naturally. But natural language is complex, and we use our common sense and word knowledge to interpret each other correctly. So we would like NLP models to also have some form of common sense. Some of the properties that make natural language complex is that first, it is often ambiguous. Second, it is often underspecified because we only say what we believe to be complementary to the listener's knowledge. And finally, and crucially, language has a social function. So for example, if we're training a chatbot to give medical advice, it needs to have the proper social norms and ethics to know better than advising patients to kill themselves. So I will show you two examples of projects that we're currently working on. The first one has to do with ambiguous language. In this project, we're looking at noun compounds such as cat milk. Most noun compounds have a single interpretation regardless of their context, but cat milk has two interpretations. In the sentence, please get some apples and cat milk, it is milk-like beverage for cats sold in a grocery store. While in the sentence, the kittens can't get enough cat milk, it is their mother's milk, hence milk from cats. If we ask the latest model to interpret the meaning of the phrase in these two sentences, this is ChatGPT, it fails. It says that the cat is a typo in the first example and talks about cow milk in the second. But I guess I'm being a little unfair because even some people need a clarification about what cat milk means. Now let's see an example project for the second property under specified language. We're developing a model that gets a sentence and a target verb and returns plausible common sense inferences about it. For example, the third coworker, Brian Delton, 39, spent 2 weeks at a medical facility and still is recovering from gunshots to the neck and shoulder, prosecutors said. Our model can generate inferences such as this was caused because he was injured, the spending time at hospital was caused because he was injured, the effect was that he recovered, the hindrance that would be that the hospital didn't admit him. Before this, he was admitted, before spending time at the hospital, he was admitted, and after it, he was released from the hospital. In terms of application, we already used an early version of this model in event co-reference resolution, for example, to recognize that spent in the first sentence refers to the same event as hospitalized in the sentence, Brian Delton was shot in the neck and is hospitalized in good condition. We can also use such a model for question answering, for example, to answer a question such as, what was the date on Brian Delton's release documents if we knew the date of the shooting? And we can use this for cognitive simplification, that is, elaborating on facts that are implicit in this passage. We're working on many more projects in the lab, such as recognizing and completing missing knowledge in question answering, emergent communication and reinforcement learning, interpretation of new or rare noun compounds, meme interpretation, and sentence plausibility. These are my students, some of whose work I discussed. We're part of the NLP lab that has more faculty members, postdocs, and students in the computer science and linguistic departments. Thank you.